As I approach the vehicle, keys are in my pocket, and the brakes are set. My clearance lights are mounted properly and secure, not cracked or bent. They're clean, and their proper color is amber. My windshield is clean and clear. It's mounted properly and secure. It's not cracked or broken. No illegal stickers that would block my view. My hood mirrors and brackets are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. The mirrors themselves are clean and clear, with no illegal stock stickers that would block my view. My grille is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with no illegal debris or anything else that would block the flow to the radiator. My headlights are mounted properly and secure, not cracked or broken. They are clean and their proper color is clear. My turn signals are mounted properly and secure. They are not cracked or broken, and their proper color is amber. My license plate is mounted properly and secure. It's visible. And it's up to date on the sticker. Underneath the truck, I notice no puddles, no lines, and the truck is not leaning. If it was leaning, that would be an indication of low tire pressure or a suspension issue.
Open it up.
My radiator mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's not leaking. My coolant reservoir is mounted properly and secure. It is not cracked, bent, or broken. It is not leaking. The cap is on tight. The cap is not leaking. My electrical lines to and from my reservoir are mounted properly and secure, not worn, torn, or frayed. There's no exposed wiring. My lines to and from the reservoir are mounted properly and secure. There are no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. They are not leaking, and the clamps are on tight from end to end. My lower and upper radiator hose mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they are not leaking. The boots or sleeves are mounted properly and secure. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and the clamps are on tight from end to end. My coolant reservoir is mounted, or not coolant, my windshield washer reservoir is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is filled to the proper level, which is 50%, and it is not leaking. Cap is on tight. It is not leaking. My frame is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds from the top of the flange to the bottom of the flange. My alternator is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. All wires leading to and from my alternator mounted properly and secure, not worn, torn, or frayed. No exposed wiring. My alternator is belt driven, and its belt itself is mounted properly and secure. It's not worn, torn, or frayed. It has no more than 3/4 of an inch of play to the pulley. My water pump, mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. All lines to and from my water pump are not cracked, bent, or broken. They are not leaking. It is also belt driven, and its belt is mounted properly and secure, not worn, torn, or frayed. It has no more than 3/4 of an inch of pull between the pulleys. My turbo and exhaust are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. If it was leaking, it would be indicated by black soot. All wires and lines to my turbo and exhaust are mounted properly and secure, not worn, torn, or frayed. No exposed wires.
This is the part with the dots.
My electrical lines mounted properly and secure, not worn, torn, or frayed. No exposed wires. My air lines are mounted properly and secure. No abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and they are not leaking. My fuel system is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is not leaking. Once again, my frame is mounted properly and secure. It is not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds from the top of the flange to the bottom of the flange. My dipstick and fill tube for the oil are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They are not leaking. The way I would check this is I would pull the dipstick, I would check it, wipe it off, put it back in, pull it out again, check it, make sure it was up to specifications. If not, I would fill oil here and then replace the cap tightly. My air compressor is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it is not leaking. All lines to and from my air compressor mounted properly and secure. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. My air compressor is gear driven. My power steering pump is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is not leaking, and it is also gear driven. My lines or hoses to and from my power steering pump have no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. The clamps are on tight, and they are not leaking. They are also not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. My steering shaft is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Complete with 2 U-joints. It is properly greased. It has no more than 2 inches of play on a 20-inch wheel. My gearbox, power steering gearbox, is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it is not leaking. All hoses and lines to and from my power steering gearbox are not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. My power steering reservoir It's mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. The cap is on tight. It is not leaking. It is filled to the proper level, and it is not leaking. All lines to and from my power steering reservoir are mounted properly and secure. Have no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and the clamps are on tight at each end. And it is not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. My front and rear spring hangers are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. All hardware is present and tight. My main leaf springs mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, broken, missing, damaged, or shifted. My center saddle and U-bolt is mounted. U-bolts are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they are not shifted. Signs of shifting be indicated by shiny metal. My shock absorber is mounted properly and secure from top to bottom. It is not cracked, bent, or broken. It is not leaking. My pitman arm, drag link, upper and lower steering or control arms, and tie rod are all mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They are secured with castle nut and cotter key. My airlines, my brake chambers mounted properly and secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. They are not leaking. The brake chamber itself is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, broken, and it is not leaking. My slack adjuster and push rod are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they are secured with a roll pin and cotter key. The way I would test this is I would release the brakes, give it a pull. There should be no more than 1 inch of pull. My brake drum, mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds, and no excessive grease or oil. My brake shoe pad or lining, depending on what you call it, is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it should have at least 1/4 inch of friction material at its thinnest point. My inner and outer rim are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds. And the bead, all the way on both sides around the tire, is seated properly. No dings, dents, or holes. All 3 sides of my tire mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Sorry, it is not leaking. This cannot be a retread. Must have 4/32 of an inch of minimum tread depth. It must be the same size and type across the axle. My lug nuts are all mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they are all tight. If they were loose, they'd be indicated by shiny metal, rust streaks, or white powder. My valve stem is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is not leaking. Comes complete with a metal cap. The way I would check the air pressure on this, I would put a proper gauge on there. If it needed to be filled, I would fill it with air to the manufacturer specs on the side of the tire. My valve, or my pump seal or oiler, is mounted properly and secure. It's not leaking. The way I would check this, though, is I would pop the cap, stick my finger in. There should be at least 1 inch of oil. Okay. Moving on to part B.
Part B.
My door, or let's start here. My marker light, my turn signal are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They're clean and their proper color is amber. The mirror itself is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Free of illegal stickers that would block my view. My window, I will check on the inside of the cab when we get there. My door handle opens and closes the door properly. It's mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. The door itself opens properly. It is not sagging. The hinges hold its weight. They are not cracked, bent, or broken. The door seal is mounted properly and secure. It's not worn, torn, or frayed, and there are no signs of leaking. The grab handle and steps are mounted properly and secure, and they hold my weight. My def tank and fuel tank are both mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No signs of leaking. The caps are on tight without leaking. On my fuel tank, we have saddle straps with rubber isolator bands that are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not worn, torn, or frayed, and the rubber straps prevent metal on metal friction. My electrical lines to and from my fuel tank mounted properly and secure, not worn, torn, or frayed, and no exposed wiring. Once again, my grab handle, my steps, and my catwalk, all mounted properly and secure. They hold my weight. My catwalk is free of debris and hanging lines. My exhaust is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. And leaking would be indicated by black soot. My drive shaft is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, with properly greased U-joints. My airlines, electrical lines, glad hands, I will inspect as part of coupling. My frame, my cross members mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No legal holes or welds from the top of the flange to the bottom of the flange. My differential is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. My torsion bar,
Which is all the way.
it's right here. Right there.
Okay, I see.
Torsion bar mounted properly and secure from end to end, not cracked, bent, or broken. My front and rear spring hangers mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. All hardware is present and tight. My main leaf spring is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing, damaged, or shifted. My center saddle and U-bolts mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, or shifted. If they were shifted, be indicated by shiny metal. My shock absorber mounted properly and secure from top to bottom. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. My airbag is mounted properly and secure from top to bottom. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and it is not leaking. My airline to my brake chamber mounted properly and secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and it's not leaking. My air chamber mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, it is not leaking. My push rod and slack adjuster mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and secured with a roll pin and cotter key. The way I would test that is I would release the brakes, and it should have no more than 1 inch of pull.
Okay.
My brake drum,
Which is
down there in the wheel, same place on the other one. My brake drum mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, has no illegal holes or welds and no excessive oil or grease. My brake pad is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it has at least 1/4 of an inch of friction material at its thinnest point. My inner, outer, and inner and outer rim all mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no illegal holes or welds. The rims are touching, and all my beads on my tires are mounted properly and secure. No dings or dents, and they are not leaking. The 6 sides of my tires mounted properly and secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and they must have at least 2/32 of an inch of tread depth minimum. They can be recaps, but they have to be the same size and type across the axle. Have no more than 2 fingers or 2 inches of play or space in between them, and no debris. My lug nuts are all mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They're all present, and they're all tight. If they were loose, it'd be indicated by shiny metal, rust, or white powder. My valve stem, inner and outer valve stems are both mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking, complete with a metal cap. If I wanted to check the air pressure, I'd put a proper gauge on there and then fill as needed to the manufacturer's spec on the side of the tire. My center hub is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is not leaking. Splash guard and mud flap mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. My turn signals, tail lights, 4-way hazards, and brake lights mounted properly and secure. They're clean, their proper color is red. My reverse lights mounted properly and secure, not cracked or broken. They're clean, and their proper color is clear. Moving on to coupling.
okay.
Coupling.
Gotta get up
Locking jaws are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They're securely locked around the shank of the kingpin. The kingpin is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. My apron is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds. It's not warped, and there's no daylight between it and the fifth wheel and skid plate. Fifth wheel skid plate is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and is properly greased. Secured with a pivot pin, and the pivot pin is secured with a roll pin and cotter key, both mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. My release handle is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is in the locked position. My locking pins mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they are in the locked position. They hold the proper distance between the frame and the landing gear.
Okay.
My platform is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. All hardware is present and tight. Okay. Moving on to my airlines. One there. These 2. All mounted properly and secure from end to end. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. They are not leaking. My glad hands are mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they are not leaking. My glad hand seals are mounted properly and secure, not worn, torn, or frayed, and they are not leaking. My electrical line mounted properly and secure from end to end. It is not worn, torn, or frayed. There are no exposed wires. It's secured underneath the DOT spring-loaded safety latch trailer. Front wall of my trailer mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No excessive missing rivets. My nose cone is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It contains the paperwork on the trailer. My clearance
that's what
light
that is.
mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. And it is clean. Its proper color is amber. Side panels of my trailer, no damage. Mounted properly and secure, no excessive amount of missing rivets, and at least 50% of reflective DOT tape.
At least 50%.
Yes, sir. My landing gear mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. All braces are mounted properly and secure as well, not cracked, bent, or broken. All hardware is present. My sand shoes mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They are raised all the way up and free from debris that could fly into traffic. My dolly handle is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is in the travel position and it works in both high and low gear. Underneath my trailer, all cross members are mounted properly and secure and present, and unbroken, none missing. My floor is mounted properly and secure, free from signs of dry rot and or holes. My marker light turn signal mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is clean and its proper color is amber.
Back under here.
My airlines mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, are on no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and they are not leaking. The electrical line is also not worn, torn, or frayed with no exposed wires, and it is mounted properly and secure, and it has at least 18 inches off the ground. My sliding tandem assembly is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. The release handle is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is in the locked position. Both locking pins mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and they are in the locked position. The frame mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds from the top of the flange to the bottom of the flange. My stabilizer bar and equalizer bar mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. And my front and middle spring hanger. Front and middle spring hanger mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. And all hardware is present and tight. My main leaf spring is mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Nothing damaged, missing, or shifted. My center saddle and U-bolts mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. And they are not shifted. Signs of shifting would be indicated by shiny metal. My air lines to my brake chambers mounted properly and secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and they are not leaking. Brake chamber mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is not leaking. My push rod and slack adjuster mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and secured with a roll pin and cotter key. The way I would check that is I would release the brakes, give it a pull. There should be no more than 1 inch of pull. My brake drum mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds, and no excessive grease or oil. My brake pads, so shoes, mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and have at least 1/4 of an inch of friction material at the thinnest point. My outer, inner, and outer rim all mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. The rims are touching. My tires, 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides of my tires mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They can be retreads, but they must be the same size and type across the axle and must have at least 2/32 of an inch of tread depth. My bead on my tire mounted properly and secure, no dings or dents. It's not leaking. My lug nuts mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. All are present and tight. If they were loose, it'd be indicated by shiny metal, rust streaks, or white powder. My valve stem, inner and outer, mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, complete with a cap. If I wanted to check the air pressure, put a proper gauge on there. If needed, I would fill the tire according to the manufacturer specs on the side wall. My wheel oiler or center hub mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and not leaking. Something I forgot to say up there, I would check this axle the same way
I'll check that
this
axle.
Mud flat mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Door catch mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, holds the weight of my door. ABS light mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's clean. Its proper color is amber. Marker light mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is clean. Its proper color is red. My doors mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No damage. All hinges are in place and they hold the weight of the doors. My door latches are in the locked position from bottom to top and mounted properly and secure. My clearance lights mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. They're clean, their proper color is red. Tail lights, turn signals, brake lights, four-way hazards mounted properly and secure, not cracked or broken. They're clean, their proper color is red. License plate mounted properly and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It is clean and it's up to date. Paperwork is in the nose cone of the trailer. The tag light is mounted properly and secure, not cracked or broken. It's clean, its proper color is clear. My DOT bumper is mounted properly and secure, not cracked or broken. All hardware is present, and it must have at least 100% of DOT tape across the back. I would inspect this side of the trailer
The same,
exactly the same
same
way
way.
as to inspect the back.
Okay.
Pause.